Hola mi gente, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited you're here. This video is pretty overdue, but I'm really happy to have gotten it out because I'm keeping the promise to myself of uploading a video every month to show the tutorial of how I made the weekly planner page for that specific month. And this one is for March 2026. If you're watching this in the future, I am using Procreate to make all of my weekly planner pages, and it's my favorite program to use. So if you have another program, or even if you have Procreate, hopefully you can follow along and make this on your own if you'd like. So I started off with an 8-inch by 11-inch canvas size, and I also have a drawing guide on. The size is 104 pixels, and I love using this drawing guide because it just helps me keep everything straight and make sure that it all looks good. So I started off by creating a large rectangle in the center of the page, and this is where I'm going to have my days of the week and also a little notes section. And so I divided it in half and then divided it longwise into 4 sections. So I have a total of 8 sections. And for the titles of each day, I created a little scalloped detailing, which I thought was really cute and very fitting for spring. I was like kind of going for a floral vibe, and I just felt like the scalloped detailing really went well with the whole theme. So yeah, I'm very proud of that. And to be honest, this theme was kind of like on a whim. I know March is kind of around the time when spring starts, but I was not sure what I was going to do for the theme, so I did a lot of research for different things that happen in March, and I decided to just go for flowers, and I think it's perfect. So on the left side, I have a habit tracker, and I've been really enjoying tracking my habits lately. I'm trying to remember if I included a habit tracker in my last weekly planners. Oh, I did for February, but for January I didn't. So yeah, around February was when I started tracking my habits, and it's been really nice. I don't stick to it all the time. I forget because I feel like that's a habit in itself, but it is really nice to have that in case I wanted to track anything. And then on the left, I have a little to-do list space, which is perfect for just brain dumping all your to-dos if you just want to get that out of your head and start planning for the week. And then for the decorations of the page, I went with some hanging tulips, and I thought this was so cute. I don't know, I was just like, how can I make this page look more whimsical than just like tulips or flowers springing up from the bottom as if they're coming from the ground? And I decided to just flip it around and have them hanging from the top of the page. And I love how it turned out. It's just so fun and cute, and it's a very simple design that you can recreate. The tulips I made just by having like a little semicircle, but then instead of finishing it, I kind of looped some loops to make the petals, if that makes sense, and then just colored it in. And if you want to make this more personal, you can change up the colors of the tulips. You can also add in some leaves if you'd like. Honestly, whatever you feel like putting on this page is totally fine, because at the end of the day, you're going to be using it, and I just want you to be happy with the page that you've made. But yeah, so I just had a total of 6 cute little flowers. And then on the corners of the rectangle where I'm going to have my days of the week, I decided to add some roses as well. And I love making roses this way. It's just very simple circles, coloring them in, and then making little lines that are like, yeah, semicircles, but they wrap around each other. And as you go from the inside to the outside, they just look like petals. And I think it's so simple, but it's so effective and it's so beautiful. I definitely think you should give this a try because it's just a really fun and almost meditative way to draw flowers. I feel that flowers are one of those objects that are really complex, and it's very easy to get frustrated with wanting to recreate the details exactly as they are. But honestly, this is the way. It's so fun and so cute. And I really love the color palette for this page. I chose green and pink because it's such a nice color combination. The greens are a little bit more on like the yellowish side, so they're a little bit cooler. And then the pinks are also, I guess they're a little warmer. No, I think they're a little cooler. I'm looking at the color palette on Procreate and it's like more towards the purple side, so yeah, I think it's a little bit cooler, but I just love this color palette. I think it's so classy and so soft and beautiful. But of course, definitely feel free to choose the colors that fit best with your personality and have fun with this page. That's what this is all about. I'm also really excited because at the end of the month, I am officially launching my Etsy shop Reopen, and I cannot wait. I feel a lot of pressure to get everything restocked. And with a 9-to-5, it's a little bit challenging, but I'm gonna do my best. But yeah, I am so pumped, and I would love to have some of these planner pages in physical form as notepads. So I'm thinking of doing that, but I will definitely have them as digital downloads as well in case you wanted to download them and have them for yourself for fun. And I think I'd also like to open up commissions, like for weekly planner pages or even notepads. It's something I've been playing around with, like the idea of it. I think it would be really fun to offer that service because I really enjoy doing this. And my sister actually suggested that I also open up commissions for weddings. So doing like wedding invitations, or even, I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of people doing sticker sheets of their wedding day, which I think is so cute. So little doodles of the bride and the groom, and maybe like floral elements or things that are important to the couple that's getting married. It's just so cute and so sweet. But anyways, we are going to be writing in the days of the week in those little scalloped sections. Also, please forgive any noise that you hear in the background. There's like all these construction trucks passing by and it's a little bit loud. But yeah, we are going to be filling in the days of the week with a lighter version of the green. And then the last little section for the notes, because I am Latina, I decided to put notitas. I thought that was so cute. And I actually have a notitas notepad, so I was like, it's very on brand for me. But yeah, that is how the weekly page will look. And then on the left is our to-do list, so I just wrote out to do, and then at the top I wrote this week. And I love writing the titles. It's just so relaxing for me. I love writing in cursive, especially on Procreate. I just feel that it flows so nicely, and I feel that it makes my handwriting look so much better than it actually is. I don't think I have messy handwriting, but I don't know. The streamline function on Procreate really elevates your handwriting. It's just so nice. And then as a finishing touch, I love adding in a grid detail in the background of my weekly planners. And this is why I also have the grid function on, so that I can just trace over each of the grid lines and make sure that my grid isn't looking crazy or wonky. And then with the lasso tool, there is a rectangle option that you can use. And what I do is just kind of like create the shape of the rectangle in the middle. And if you select the eraser tool, you can erase all the little grid lines you drew within that rectangle space you have selected, which is really nice. And so I did that for the middle rectangle space. I did it on the left for the to-do list, and then as well as for the habit tracker, which I actually forgot to add in the little divisions for each of the days. So here I went back to add those in. But yeah, this is such a cute and fun little way to just get ready for spring and get yourself organized and keep up with your habits. So if you tried this tutorial, I really hope that you enjoy it and that you love your planner page. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Adios!